What is good, guys? It's Ronald Kabang, also known as Youcapper from sportsmemo.com. Welcome to another episode of Let's Cap. We got my guy Jay. Money is money. We hit the trifecta yesterday. Oh, we feeling good today. We feeling good. You got the shades on and everything. No floating head, Jay, but we got the man himself. How you feeling, Jay?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. I must say, feeling better than ever. We've been hitting some plays. I can't say wrong. It's been I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what I ate, what I drank, or something. But these playoffs have been unreal, my guy. But
What are you like 50 and like 12 or
now
something like
now
that?
47 and 13 official
Look
plays.
at that.
There was a
Yeah,
like I say,
yes,
I've won and lost a little bit more than that, but I always let people know, you know what I'm saying, what's the personal plays and what's the plays that, hey, you should probably ride with me on this. So I mean, it's
yeah.
all I try to stay transparent as possible. I let you guys know what I'm betting every single day, man. But yeah, 47 and 13 official plays, man.
Man, that's one amazing run right there. And yesterday added three more. We got the first quarter, first half, the full game. Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about what happened in game three here. Obviously, I think one thing to note was, when I was on your show yesterday, I talked about first quarter, first half. I was really confident in that, and I talked about why I didn't want to play the second half. Right, I talked about the third quarter with the Golden State
Mhm.
Warriors, and they came back a little bit. They even took the lead for a little period of time, and I think that it mustered up so much energy. It mustered up so much energy from them. Then it kind of deflated there in the fourth quarter. What are your thoughts on what happened in Game Three here? Obviously, we got the trifecta. You pushed me into bidding that full game, but is this something that third quarter trend that's just gonna continue through the series?
Yeah, you know me, Ron. I'm not huge on recapping the games, but that third quarter, I thought that yesterday would be the day that the Warriors wouldn't cover it. I'm not sure, man. The Celtics got to. You would think that after doing it on the road, obviously getting smacked, that they're
Yeah.
obviously talking about it. You obviously have to talk to them at halftime and say, "Look here, guys, we got to come out and win this third quarter." I really don't. Obviously, they're the superior team. I'll be honest
Yeah.
with you. I can't put my finger on it. What's going on in the third quarter? But as long as they keep winning the fourth quarter, the Celtics, that's the only thing that matters. Because, like you said, they could lose the lead, but I mean, they came right back and took it back and then built it back up to double digits. So, and that's actually
Yeah.
shows signs of a great team as well and the superior team because it's almost Ronald just basketball wise when you up in the game by 17 points, bro, and then you lose the lead and the other team is up by one, if you've literally lost a blowout game, you have to go back and win that game again. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what the Celtics did. So the fact they end up winning by 16 just shows you can get down 17, lose the lead, then get the momentum back. It really shows that they're in my opinion, the superior team. Two more wins to go for the NBA Finals. They know it. I'm just hoping they don't come out complacent the next game. So more about the recap of yesterday. I think it's more on this next game. Will the Celtics come out complacent and comfortable how they have been, Ronald? I know that's kind of how you're looking at it.
Yeah.
You know how
Yep.
we try to look through the future. You see what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. No, you got it. With that said, I mean, let's get straight into it. I mean, right before the show, we did talk about Curry a little bit about his injury and stuff like that. But going into this game here, like you said, the Boston being complacent here,
Mm-hmm.
right after game two, um, uh, Jason Tatum was asked, about their home woes in the playoffs here. First thing he said was exactly what you just mentioned. They can't be complacent at home, and that's one thing that when you're up 2-1 in the series. I know this is the NBA Finals, but when you're up 2-1 in the series, that's something that tends to happen. And what I actually
Mm-hmm.
want to bring up here is a little situation. This is where we get into the let's cap part, right? I want to share my screen here. What I brought into this spot here, when a team is up 2-1 in the series in the NBA Finals, and the team is actually down by average. It's all we're looking at the under here and the spread here. 3-2 straight up, 2-3 against the spread. So it's kind of evenly matched there. The under 5-0 to the under. But what I want to focus in on here is what happens in these quarters by quarter, right?
Mm-hmm.
First quarter, second quarter here. What we were just talking about, the team that is up to one, they get
Right.
complacent, right?
Right.
And you have an average margin of minus zero point 0.8 here in the first quarter, minus 3.8 in the first half altogether. Then you kind of see them come back in the second half here. And when I talked to you right before the show, I talked to you about me being able to kind of predict from game 1 to game 6.
Mm-hmm.
And in game 4 of this, even I already wrote it down even before the series started. I said Warriors first half in game 4, and then Celtics second half. And this is kind of how it looks to play out historically. To me, this is a situation that I see the opposite happen. Like I just asked you about the third quarter with the Warriors and the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the opposite that happens. They get complacent in the first half, and then they understand the situation. They don't want to go back 2-2. They don't want to go back 2-2 because then Golden State now has the home court advantage.
Exactly.
They want to come back here in the second half and put all their effort there to get that W back in. There's other situations here as well that I talked to about in the triple double. We talk about Warriors and Celtics and revenge spots. We also have to know about the Warriors and revenge spots. Warriors in revenge spots this season: 19-5 straight up, 17-7 against the spread. Coming off of a double-digit revenge, 9-1 straight up, 8-2 against the spread. Interestingly enough, the one loss straight up was against the Boston Celtics. So that's one thing to know as well. So it's a story, right? Another thing too, Warriors 5-0 straight up, 4-1 against the spread in the playoffs, coming off of a loss. So they come out in these revenge spots, these zigzag theory, that we bring up. Once they get an L, they come back and get the W. Coming off of a double-digit loss, 3-0 straight up, 3-0 against the spread. All 3 wins were by double digits. But the interesting thing here is it's the first instance of them being on the road in this situation, and also as a dog. So that's one thing that you can kind of look at from a surface level, be like, oh, this is a spot. But you got to look down to the detail level, right?
Exactly.
Was it really the exact same situation? Just going off of those few things that I just said, what are your thoughts going into this game 4 here?
Yeah, you make some good points there, man. I'll tell you why I'm staying off the Warriors. One, you mentioned, and I like how you look deeper into it because we can all. Sorry, the damn glasses making shit go crazy. They making shit go crazy, man. I'm finna disappear over here, my guys. Maybe that'll fix it, man. But I could mess around with my damn beard is. Let me fix it real quick. But you make some good points that you always got to look deeper in things. The trend is your friend, right? But you always have to look deeper and look at whether it was home or away because certain teams, they're splits. It's like a baseball pitcher in MLB. You see what I'm saying? They might be totally different away from the house than they are at home, right? So with that home crowd energy, all of that. Second thing, Steph Curry's their best player. If you're watching the games, if you can really see basketball, it's Steph Curry and everybody else. I know Clay had 25 last night. Wiggins isn't really showing up. Draymond, who was that? 2 points? But 2 points, Draymond, Looney, he's not doing. I told you guys, Looney's not dominating like he did last series. So they can't get to the paint as easy. What is it? It's having to be Curry save them. It's got to be him hitting the threes at a high clip, right? And then with Clay helping them out. And they still lost by 16. So this team is different on the road. I get the motivational stamp. I get the motivational angle where you would like to take the Warriors here first quarter and first half, but I'm still not doing it for the simple fact that, one, we're worrying about Curry's health. If he's not 100%, that won't be good. The series will be over. And for two, what if the Celtics finally like, all right, look, man, we got to win back-to-back. If you want to win the finals, Ronald, it's time to stop playing around now. You got 2 more games left. You have this game at the house. You know what I'm saying? Only 1 day off. You got to catch this Warriors while they're slipping, man. You got to go up 3-1 right now. So at times before, the Celtics have treated some of these games like a game 7 and feel like it's a must win. Personally, I worry about the refs helping out the Warriors, but it's a tough one for me, Ronald. I still believe the Celtics are going to win this game. I'm not laying the 4 with them. I do think that this will come back down to 3.5 as well once Curry's status is, or even just announced in, because everyone's going to be on the Warriors. Everybody was on them game 1. Everybody was on them game 2. I was on them too. We cashed. They're still taking them in game 3, thinking that they're still the better team. That didn't work out well. So just know this, all the Warriors backers, they're not going away. They're still going on them in game 4. So they're still public, very heavy to the Warriors here. I won't be on them. I think if you do want to find a spot, it should be first quarter or first half, but full game, it's Celtics or none for me here, my guys. I'd be surprised if the Celtics didn't go up 3-1.
Yeah, no, that's a lot of interesting points there. And like I said, I do like the Warriors early, but full game or second half, I do like the Celtics to come back and take care of business there. One thing that the chat brought up is the Celtics coming off of a W, and this is one thing that I looked at earlier. Not only just a W, but also winning by double digits in the playoffs. So first thing that I want to bring up here is this season, the Celtics in the playoffs following a win. They're actually just 7-7 straight up, 7-7 against the spread, and the over under as well is 7-7. So that's really interesting to note there. But what I want to touch on is after winning by double digits, this is where it gets a little interesting, all right? So this is where you see the 3-5 straight up, 3-5 against the spread. Over under is still 4-4, but you got to look, like we said, the record is something at the surface level. You got to look at the details, right? Look at that total, the averages here, 102.4 and then 102.9. That's well below the closing total, all right? So, but you're looking at 4-4. The reason why you want to look at these totals right here, 101.5, 203.5. You can see a lot of these totals that went over 101.5, it went to a total of 214. That is exactly where the closing total is here now. So that's not necessarily something that you could be I guess considered in over, right? If you're looking at the total here. Same thing here, 207.5. It went over to 212, but that's under the closing total. So that's one thing to look at there. And another thing to look at also here is that first quarter, first half still. Right. This is why another thing that made me look towards the Golden State. Celtics are favored, right? So they should be favored here at halftime. First quarter, they're in these situations, 8 game sample size in these playoffs, average margin -4.5 in that first quarter. And then if you go to the first half, they're still down right here. They come back a little bit in the second quarter. They're still down first half. Then they come back in the second half. Same game flow as far as the capping process.
Ronald. Now, I was just going to say, I noticed I'm looking at first half and they got it graded towards the Warriors. The line it was at 2.5 yesterday. Now it said -2. There's actually the first half opened up at -1.5. So it opened up short for the Celtics. They opened up -4 for the game. It's kind of crazy because exactly what you're saying. The books know, obviously they know this too, but first quarter is about the same. It was at 1.5 yesterday, open at 1.5. It's 1.5 today. But where we look at things as the open from yesterday, and then comparing it to into game 4 or whatever. So the open line for first half was -2.5, -2 or -2.5 for yesterday's game. On a -3.5, right? Now the full game is at -4, but the first half only opened at -1.5. So it's like the books are kind of shading and telling you that they think that the Warriors come out here hot in the first half and then possibly fade in the second half. Exactly what Ronald was saying.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of the game flow that I'm expecting here, and it's just interesting to know that if you look at historically, the way that I capped the series prior to the series starting, I told you I had game 1 through 6 all laid out as far as how I wanted to bet the games. It all it's all historic data, right? It's all historic data. It's different situations. I saw how game 1 went. Definitely not what I thought it was going to go. I thought Warriors were going to win that game. Everything ever since past game 1, every single piece of that part that I wrote out actually has hit so far. And it's a telling story sometimes when you look at historic, because you have a lot of historic data here. 75 years worth of NBA playoffs, 75 years worth of NBA Finals playoffs. I mean, the way that the books work, it's just really interesting. And like I think the way that we cap differently, and the way that we line up, especially yesterday, we didn't know we were going to both bet Boston until basically the time of the show. Right. So I mean, stuff like that, when you're able to work with other people and just combine the fact that we cap separately and link up with the play, man, that's gold right there. Exactly. And I love it. I know you don't have an official play on it, but I mean, but there's a thing. You're kind of staying away for a little, for a reason here. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
I'm worried. This is the NBA. Times before, even though I think the Celtics had, because look, there was a game versus the Nets where they tried to get the Celtics to lose. And that's when I kind of say, you know what, Ronald, that's when I realized, like, This isn't a regular Celtics team, bro. The rest were all over like against them versus the Nets in Brooklyn, game 4. Remember Scott Foster? They were trying their best to get to extend that series. And the Celtics still end up winning the game. I'm like, and then they beat the Bucks. I don't care about Middleton. It doesn't matter. They still beat the Bucks. And then the Heat as well with their defense. These guys are prime, man. I see destiny here, my guys. So if they're going to win this series, they have to win game 4 at the house. You have to win the rest of your home games. It's that simple. Yeah. You can't. And another thing I don't like, Draymond with all this damn gray hair, he's talking about we'll win tomorrow, we'll win on Friday, and then go back home 2-2. Bro, first off, you ain't doing shit. You see what I'm saying? Where you ain't doing nothing, bro. You scored 2 points and talking about, and then he mad because the dude was saying, hey. Did you gave out some kind of tips on your podcast? Man, I watched it. Go watch the Draymond interview, guys, from yesterday. Just type in Warriors post-game interview on YouTube, and it's gonna come up. Just watch it. The guy asked him, hey, you kind of gave some info out on your podcast. He was like, what info did I give out? Oh, you're talking about when I was saying make them go left. If you watched it, you know what I'm saying. Oh, you talking about me making them go left? I mean, if you're really reaching there and all this other stuff, but them boys are done. God. That's the last thing I'll say, Ronald.
We just talked about Draymond right before the show, too.
This is my official play. Celtics winning game 4. Warriors win game 5. Celtics close it out in 6, my guys. That's my prediction.
Yeah, we were just talking about Draymond right before the show, how like his body can't do the stuff that he wants to do. His basketball IQ is off the charts, but he can't do the things that he wants to do. That's the problem, right? Like
Father Time is undefeated.
Exactly. It's at that part where you're kind of overconfident, right? You're overconfident now because you know what you want to do. Your body can't do it. You can't expect him to score anymore. I mean, I don't think anyone has, to be honest. So the 2 points wasn't really a problem for me. The problem is for him is he didn't provide anything else from assists to the rebounds. You know, that's the stuff that he has to do. That they won't go to state. If they're gonna win, they need him to do that stuff, the dirty work, and they just didn't pan out for them yesterday. Good for us though, because we made money.
I just want to see what his plus minus was. He was -13. Wiggins, they won't win if Wiggins is -16. Curry, -14. Even with 31 points, -14. Draymond Green with 2 points, -13. That can't happen. Gary Payton Jr., -13. Only person had a plus minus was Otto Porter at +4. That's the only person on the whole Warriors team that had a plus minus. I'd be worried if I was a Warriors backer, especially for the series. I'd be worried, my guy. It's not a ton for me. I hadn't bet anything game 4. I don't think that I will. I don't want to give out money line official, but I know for a fact I won't be laying the 4. I fully believe the Celtics to win the game, so I might put a little something on money line personal, but it's just hard to give out a minus, you know what I'm saying, -160 money line. But I mean, fuck, I've taken a -200 money line before. I didn't want to, but I knew it was gonna win. So fuck, I was, you know what I'm saying? The juice.
Yeah, no, I got you. I feel you. The thing is too, like if you like that, there's probably an opportunity for you to make a better look in game. If you have
that's a good point.
If you have that live option and it really does pan out the way that we're looking at here, where Golden State takes the lead in the first quarter. Right. You might be able to get like -110, -120 on the money line, or even plus money. Yeah, depending on how much Golden State gets the lead for a short period of time. We all know basketball is a game of runs, right? They can get. I mean, exactly what happened in the third quarter.
I might just wait for second half too.
Exactly.
Because the books are telling us to stay off Celtics first half. That's what they're telling us. I mean, sometimes you look at the number. Exactly. Sometimes you just look at the number and it's like, all right, the line is telling us that the Warriors probably come out here first quarter, first half. I'm not betting it, but they're saying more likely than not. But I don't know. I need to see the Celtics come out with some intensity and with some, even though they're coming off a win, they need to come in this game like they're coming off a loss. You see what I'm saying? They did, because look, this is the one that I say that's giving them fuel, Ronald. They hate Draymond. Draymond is really pissing the Celtics off, bro. I watched the play last night where he tried to get past Tatum on where he tried to get past him. Like it was on a made free throw, but he was trying to
Oh
like
yeah,
take
yeah.
him
I seen it when he went around him.
Bro, he
Yeah.
damn near punched Tatum in the head. He elbowed him, doing whatever he can. And that's just one of those things you're seeing. Draymond thinks he has the quickness, but he doesn't. So he's having to elbow and punch and do all this. Bro, I told y'all that Jaylen Brown was pissed and he's going off. That pissivity is not gonna. I just love Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's demeanor, bro. This is the last thing I'll say. These guys have never been too cocky. They come into post-game interviews, win or lose, never just smiling, super happy. Their demeanor is always the same. They're here to handle business, and they're not happy yet. The job is not done, my guys. So I'm loving the demeanor that I'm seeing, mainly from Jaylen Brown, but Tatum as well. They never get too cocky. They know that they're the better team, but they're just like, let's finish this out and then we can party. But Jaylen Brown, God, I mean, this guy is like a poster child of what you should be like in the NBA for the NBA, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, all right. So two more things before we cut out. But one is Robert Williams. All right. So I watched Robert Williams through that whole game in the last game. He did look hobbled, but you could see that he's like max effort regardless of how hurt he is. He's limping out there and sprinting and getting the block, three steals, 4 blocks, I believe it was. And he's limping out there, obviously hurt, probably like 80%. So mad respect to him. But do you think this is a situation? All right, so Boston's up 2-1. Do you think they kind of go easy, right? They early. This is another reason why I like the Warriors early. Do you think they take it easy early with Robert Williams and see if Boston can kind of stay in the game without putting too much pressure on him? Does that make a little bit of sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see you in too, Chris. Yeah, Jaylen Brown plus 11 finals MVP. Yeah, I know, Chris. Tell me about it. I know, but that does make good sense. And they kind of did the same thing yesterday, right? Kind of mix up the flow a little bit and actually threw the Warriors off. Hold on, Williams or what? And so, you know what I'm saying? He only had 10 minutes. He only had 10 minutes. He only played 10 minutes in the first half. And that's exactly what I thought. They have the lead. This I was like, oh, damn, we can ball out. We can get up 17 even without Robert Williams. So I do. And it's also noted they only have 1 day in between, but they are at the house, no travel. So I think that they kind of do that. But and save him a little bit more for that second half. That's a good point there, Ronald. I think they can win with Tice, with Horford, running Grant Williams, because I mean Looney's not been able to get any easy baskets. We're not scared of Draymond. We're not scared of Draymond, guys. So I can't wait to watch the game. I can't wait to watch the game tomorrow, my guys. But I'll find some type of way to get on Celtics to win, whether it's in-game, pre-game, or whatever, or a prop combined with them to win. I'll be on Celtics to win, not land points with them. Yesterday was a spot to lay points. This game actually could be close. The last thing I'll say, I think the refs could be a little bit on the Warriors. That scares me. So I'll be looking for spots for the Celtics to get this win.
Yeah, I was looking at the reffing situation, and a lot of predictions of who will be reffing in this game came out. So I looked into those guys, but there's nothing as convincing as it was yesterday when we talked about Guthrie and Foster. So right here, I don't think there's going to be a real shift in the reffing aspect of it. So I think it's going to – Game 5 might be something, but Game 4 here, I think it's going to be an evenly called match, and really it's going to be to the skills of the player. We'll see how it goes. If
it's evenly, it's Celtics. It's simple. It's simple. If the game is called evenly, it's Celtics. That's simple. It's simple. You see what happened
at the end of the day. I also have the Celtics, but I still like the first part of the game here. First quarter, first half Warriors. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like just like how Warriors were able to come back in the third quarter, I don't think it's going to be a Warriors third quarter in this game.
Right.
I don't.
That would mean first quarter,
be
first
toward
half.
The Celtics. Yeah, I like the Celtics in the second half early with the Warriors, but yeah, I mean, I think a lot of things are pointing in that direction for me. And I hope we all cash tomorrow. I know you gonna have a show tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a show. I'm heading out to Houston, guys. So if you're watching this and you're in Houston, man, link up with me one time, man. The drinks on y'all, man. But now I'm messing with you. But yeah, right. I'm doing a show tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Right after that, we got a dip.
Who you got on tomorrow? Who you got on tomorrow? Robino?
I don't even know. I think I'm gonna have Andy Lang and then
the prop guy.
I don't know, bro. To be honest with you, I know Andy Lang and sure you wanna come on or what?
No, it's cool. I have another show tomorrow called Capper University. Remember I told you I'm bringing that sportsbook manager. That should be around 12:30 or so. So I'm gonna have that sportsbook manager from Circa,
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about line movement and ticket percentages and stuff like that. So that's gonna be a dope show. And I don't know if you remember Nico Mannion. Do you know Nico Mannion?
Yeah.
He used to play for the Warriors.
Yeah.
So I popped onto Chris's Spaces yesterday, and he showed up.
For
and
real?
He was talking. Yeah, he was talking about some stuff, and he wanted to be that guy. He was talking about how like he wanted to be that guy that bridges the gap between actual players and sports bettors, right? The whole psychology of it. So I hit him up afterwards. So and he was like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it." So he's about to be on the show as well.
That's what's up.
So I want to get him on before the series ends,
right?
Because I want to get his thought process because he played for Kerr. He played for Kerr. He played with the whole core of this Golden State team. Draymond, Clay, Curry. He was there. So I want to hear his take on how they make these adjustments and things like that. And also from a betting aspect.
Get this shit out of the chat, bro. What the fuck y'all got going, man?
Hey, and from a betting aspect, what can we take from the psychology of how players think from game to game? So that's one thing that I was trying to bring into it. So that's gonna be fun too. Hopefully that's gonna be sometime next week.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. No, I was just saying at 1 p.m. Eastern if you wanted to come on, but yeah, I don't have a spot field right now. It's just me and Andy. I don't think I have anybody else right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Just let me know, and we'll plan it all out.
I'm tuning into your show for sure while I'm on the road. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's only gonna be a 15-20 minute show because that's how much time he has. He's also not gonna be on camera because he's gonna be in the back of the casino. So there's a few things that it's gonna keep it short, but hopefully it's very informative for everybody. We're gonna do some myth busting tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna be but yeah, man, I love having you on my show as always. Can't wait for the next time I'm on your show. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But man, this is the end of the show. Thanks to all who tuned in on YouTube and on Twitter. If you are on YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button before you bounce. Make sure you check out the links in the description as well. Yesterday, we announced myself and Chris B. Cappin. We did a partnership with Chalkboard, so we host that community board together. A lot of stuff going to be moving forward in there. We just hit about 200 or so members. And now we're gonna be doing monthly giveaways and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, well shit.
So like swag, some cards, some stuff like anything sports related, just to support the group. To be honest, man, we just want it to be a fun, and supportive and very profitable group. So really excited for that stuff to happen, and excited for my partnership with Chris and Chalkboard. Yeah, man. So like I said, that's the end of the show. And as always, I have to end with this. Please remember, whether you fade us or follow us, it's on you to make that call. Good luck on all your action. Till next time. Peace.
Celtics in 6. Let's go.